We know there are many choices in internet radio, and the staff and host of LA Talk Live would like to thank you for choosing the internet's hottest destination for the most eclectic sound and invigorating talk. This is LA Talk Live. We are more than just talk.
Birds flying high, you know how I feel. Sun in the sky, you know how I feel. Breeze drifting on by, you know how I feel. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life for me, and I'm feeling good.
Hello and welcome to La La Land on LA Talk Live. I'm your host, Brett Chapin. I don't get to say this is Dorothy Dillingham.
No, you do not. You can say this is Van Eric Scopes Marshall.
This is Van Eric Stokes Marshall?
Scopes, like the mouthwash, Scopes.
Oh, Scopes Marshall. I didn't know you had a middle name.
Yes, I decided yesterday to let that be known that, Californians know that I do have a nickname. Everybody in Philadelphia that knows me calls me Scopes. So why not?
All right.
Yeah,
I thought you were like Madonna or Cher. Like you just had a Van Eric and that was it.
That was it?
Yeah.
I might try that one time just to see. Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah, just to see if it works.
Sure, worth a shot.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us on La La Land. This is the only nationally broadcast show by Los Angeles artists about Los Angeles artists on episode 156. Excuse me, 166.
166.
Look at that.
Wow, man, you've been going strong.
I know. Crazy. Three and a half years now.
Wow.
Dorothy Dillingham Blue is not with us today. She is at the screening of her film that she just finished up. It's
Cool.
nominated for all kinds of awards. She's at some award show. I don't even remember the name of it, but she's up for some awards, or the film's up for some awards.
She is awesome.
She is awesome.
I know, man. You know, you could not have gotten a better person to host and co-host the show with you. It's
yes.
like it was meant to be.
Our audience chose, they
know.
voted.
They voted.
We had 5 co-host finalists for the show, and each one of them came in for a week and hosted a show, and then our audience voted on who they wanted, and Dorothy won out.
And don't get it wrong, they all was great. They all was good. They all was good, but
I'd have been happy with any of them.
Exactly.
Yeah. But Dorothy won. So
yes.
There you go.
Hats off to Dorothy.
Hats off to Dorothy, and break a leg on your screening.
Why did they say that?
Break a leg?
Break a leg in the theater and movie and film business.
This is what I heard, and you guys can correct me if I'm wrong. But I heard that when the proscenium, in the old days,
yes.
they had the curtain, and if you walked past the curtain, you had to be paid. So if your leg passed the curtain, is like if you're going to break the plane of the proscenium, you're going to get paid, and all the actors that didn't get across the curtain weren't paid. So that's why they say you hope you break a leg. Does that sound right to you guys?
Anybody?
Know.
Anybody? No?
Feel free to jump in.
I'd always heard that it was I'd always heard that you didn't want to tempt the gods or anything. Like if you say good luck, then they're gonna spite you and break your leg. But if you say break a leg, then they're gonna spite you and make you have a good show. So it's like tricking the gods into helping you out, basically. Because they're spiteful.
Okay.
Makes sense too.
Yeah.
So what's with the whole not saying the name of the British show in theaters?
The Scottish play?
Scottish show.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's a long history of things going terribly wrong, I guess, with people who said it, or like that production has a horrible history of people dying and terrible things happening. I stage managed a production up in the Bay Area where one of the people, it was part of like an educational program, and the director on the first day said, screw it, we're going to say the name, and he said it, and the next day one of the teachers at the program came in and said in the shower he had just started bleeding. Like, he wasn't shaving, his neck just started bleeding. So it's things like that where you come in and you're like, that can't be true, that's not true, and then something like that happens, and you don't tempt fate anymore. I'm not saying I believe necessarily, but I don't want to give the gods a reason to strike me down.
Why risk it? Yeah.
Exactly, yeah.
I don't want my throat bleeding.
Right, yeah. No, it's
crazy.
insane. It's crazy.
This is Scott Martin, by the way, from Riot Girl Saves the World, who we're going to be talking with 3 of the cast members from Riot Girl Saves the World. Yeah, so I guess that's where
Yeah,
Break
now
a
we
Leg
know.
comes from. Yeah,
Now we
you
know. So what's going on
We,
in the
we
third?
learn here on La La Land. Well,
Yes. And teach.
The more you know.
Yep, you learn and teach.
Yes.
We teach.
Yes.
We
good
learn
stuff.
and we teach. So what's going on in the theater world, man?
Theater world, we have, well, I'm excited. I'm going tomorrow to see Stoneface at Pasadena Playhouse. It's the story of Buster Keaton.
Okay.
It's going to be awesome. It's with French Stewart, and our former co-host on the show, Daisy Egan, is in it, and it's going to be great. There's a lot of great reviews coming out for it, and just Buster Keaton. We gotta love Buster Keaton. You know?
Yeah, right.
So we got that going on. I saw a production of The Last 5 Years this weekend at the Fringe Festival at the Cupcake Theater. It's my favorite musical of all time. It's
Yeah.
a fantastic show, and they did a great job with it. I think it has 2 more performances, so check it out in your Fringe book,
Okay.
which I have right here.
Cool. So for a person like myself that doesn't do theater a lot, why do they call it the Cupcake Theater?
That's a good question.
Because, I mean, do they serve cupcakes during the performance?
They should. They're gonna start
You know
now
what I mean?
if they didn't before.
You know what I mean? I want a cupcake. You know what I mean? Give me my cupcake.
I've actually never been there before. It's like it's kind of a newer theater.
I'll be like, that's what I'm going to be doing. I mean, I'm not a theater guy, so I want my cupcake.
They did serve alcohol though in the theater, but no cupcakes.
No cupcake?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Maybe next time. You know, when Dorothy and I had our mutual birthday show, we
Yeah.
bought each other cupcakes.
Cupcakes. She got you a burger,
Yeah, I got a hamburger.
cupcake.
Yeah.
That was
Good
that was unique.
Speaking of cupcakes,
Yes.
yeah, so that was good. Stupid Fucking Bird at Boston Court is opening soon. Our friend Michael Seal is going to be here next week to tell us all about that. I can't wait to see that. It's an adaptation of Chekhov's The Seagull.
Wow.
Ben Glebe. I want to talk about Ben Glebe.
Let's talk about.
Have you heard of Ben Glebe? Does that name ring a bell?
No, not for me.
So he's somebody that appears on Chelsea lately a lot.
Okay.
And I've spent the last couple days working on a show with him called Idiot Test. He's the host of it. The guy is just fantastic. He's a little known comic. I think he started in the world of stand up.
Uh-huh.
And I'm just up there watching him, and his job is to kind of banter with the guests and just right off the cuff. The guy's great.
Wow.
So if you haven't checked out Ben Glebe, follow him on Twitter, benglebe.com, and
do
check
that.
out his show, Idiot Test. It premieres August 12th.
Mm.
Yeah.
And it's going to see how much of an idiot you are.
Yeah, basically. or how much not of an idiot he is. I don't know.
Yeah. These shows, man, and their names, man.
Yeah, good stuff. But yeah, it was just like taking hosting lessons all day long from the guy. It was great. He did a really good job.
Well, that's what I like about your show, man. For a person like myself that doesn't do theater,
The fact that I'm not Ben Glebe?
no, you said it, not I.
Okay.
But the information I'm getting, I'm going to check out, Girls, Riot Girl.
You're going to go see it?
I'm gonna go see it Thursday.
All right.
Hey, woohoo! Since I live right down the street, so I might as well go.
Might as well. Well, the Fringe, the whole thing is right down the street from you.
know,
You could
I
go
know,
to shows
I know.
all the time.
All the time. I told him it's like picking, like going eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Which show should I go?
Yeah. They're all
Yeah.
in here. They're all in
Yeah.
this big, thick book.
Just close my eyes and then point.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Riot Girl was great. I had a really good time.
Yeah.
So we're going to be talking to them later. We've got live music back on the show today.
I know.
I'm excited. Candace
Exactly.
Courtney.
There you go. There you go. And see, that's what we like about La La Land Talking and at LA Talk Live, because this is reality radio, and we do have audience applause, but it's even better when people in the studio participate
Yes. We've
from
got a
afar.
full packed studio today. There's
I
6
know.
of them here.
I know.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I kind of want to hear some music. You want to hear some music?
Let's hear some music, man. Yeah.
All right.
When soon they going over there, I'll put the
Take
camera.
a walk.
Take a walk on
Candace
the
and
wild
David.
side.
Candace and David have their show at the House of Blues Foundation, Rube, July 12th. coming up real soon.
Yeah.
They've been guests on the show before. If you want to find information about us, go to facebook.com/lalalandtalk, twitter.com/lalalandtalk. You can also send us an email at lalalandtalk@gmail.com. What's the name of the song you're going to sing, Candace?
We're going to do a song called All I Need Is a Love Song.
All right. Hit it.
All I need is a love song to bring you back to me. Don't know where it went wrong. I need you here with me. 'Cause every night and every day seems like time is wasted, but it's not. Instead, it's every dream I had, every dream I knew, all are coming true, all because of loving you. All I need is a love song, so your eyes can see just how much I love you and all you mean to me. 'Cause every night and every day seems like time is wasted, but it's not. Instead, it's every dream I had, every dream I knew, all are coming true, all because of loving you. All I need is a love song to touch your heart with steel, melt away your sorrow, 'cause my love is real. 'Cause every night and every day seems like time is wasted, but it's not. Instead, it's every dream I had, every dream I knew, all are coming true, all because of loving you. Remember when it was so easy. Remember all those times we shared. Every day was new, learning how to love only you. All I need is a love song to bring you back to me. Don't know where I'm going, but with the love we're free. 'Cause every night and every day seems like time is wasted, but it's not. Instead, it's every dream we had, every dream we knew, all are coming true, all because of love, sweet love. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well done.
Yeah.
Candace Courtney and David Coles. Kowals?
Kowal.
Kowal.
It's not plural.
Oh, okay. Just one.
Unless
more
there are
of
many
us,
Polish
but-
men.
but,
I don't know.
Right, right.
At least today, I'm sort of just in one personality place. But
Perfect, perfect.
It
You can stay
happens
there till
sometimes.
1 o'clock, right?
Thank you.
Okay.
That's good.
Who am I now? Oh no, wait,
Excellent.
back to Kowal.
How can people find your music? You're on iTunes, right?
Yeah, we're on iTunes.
We're on Amazon. We're on Spotify. You
We're
can
on-
stream us on Spotify.
Yeah, and if you want to follow us on Twitter, we're at Hear Candace Sing. And then we're also on Facebook at Candace Courtney Sings Here. And then we have an album.
This is the CD.
Nice.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Where can they buy your album? At Candace Courtney Sings Here?
You can buy it at www.candacesingshere.com, or you can buy it on iTunes or Amazon. I feel like I'm repeating myself.
You can always use the Google and just type in Candace Courtney,
And you'll
find
find
us
me.
everywhere.
Yeah.
Use the Google.
Yeah,
the
you should
Google.
use the Google.
Always.
I hear it's a
the
good.
power of the Google.
It's
Yeah.
like using the Force, but
Yeah.
different.
Yeah,
Power of the
exactly. They should do like
Cool.
a commercial.
It's more
about that.
self-actualized
Yes.
rather than the force which comes to you. You are the force when you're using Google.
I wouldn't know about that, David. I've never seen Star Wars.
See, now you're I'm picking
What? Who
No.
are you?
up. What?
I
What?
know, isn't
An alien.
that weird that he's
They're
never
like, we need to like take you in a room.
Then this must mean something to you.
Well, that's Star Trek.
There you go.
Yeah. Star Trek, I know. It's Star
Okay.
Wars I have the problem with.
Really, a problem?
Well, not a problem watching because I haven't yet.
But
But I
is
would.
There, you
but I'm
would
open
if
to
someone
it.
would take you into a room to watch it.
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
so that needs to happen.
And see
I
the
require
uncut
popcorn.
version of the first one. Yeah, episode 4. Watch the original version.
Shouldn't I see it 1, 2, 3, and then 4, 5, 6?
Don't do it that way.
Got to see 4
Ruin it
first.
for me.
Yeah, because it's gonna
Okay.
throw you crazy out of loop.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. You be like scratching your head, like what's going on?
What's going
All
on?
right.
Yeah.
All right. If you have any Star Wars questions, call us at 323-473-3100. But more importantly, call to talk to our amazing guests.
Yeah.
Candace and David, do you want to take us out with one more song before we go to commercial and come back and talk
Oh,
to
yeah.
the amazing
Sure.
cast
Sure,
members
we'll bring it
and
down.
creative team of Riot Girl?
Yeah, we're gonna do a song called "Blissfully Unaware," and we wrote it when we were babysitting my nephew, and he's like now he's 7 months, but he's
Then
just
he was
literally
very young.
very very young. He's like maybe like 3 or 4 months, and he's blissfully unaware. And David said that, and I looked at him. I'm like, we're writing a song right now.
I like the title.
Yeah. In the morning light, I see you lie softly there, blissfully unaware, unaware. And all is bright, you're by my side, without a care, blissfully unaware, unaware. And I've been thinking you're the reason why. And I've been dreaming for this moment all my life. Blissfully unaware,
Blissfully unaware.
blissfully unaware,
Blissfully unaware.
you're blissfully unaware. It's a perfect sight, and all is bright, lying here, blissfully unaware, unaware. With lips so light, I kiss your eyes, touch your hair, blissfully unaware, unaware. And I've been thinking you're the reason why. And I've been dreaming for this moment all my life. Blissfully unaware,
Blissfully unaware.
blissfully unaware,
Blissfully unaware.
you're blissfully unaware. In the quiet night, I hold you tight, blissfully unaware, unaware.
Thank you.
In unison.
Candace Courtney and David Cole on La La Land on LA Talk Live. You guys stick around and maybe take us out at the end with another
Oh, yeah,
song?
Sure,
of course.
absolutely.
Sounds good.
And your show, again, is July 12th? At
July
the
12th at
Foundation
the House of
Room.
Blues Foundation Room.
Very
Mhm.
cool.
And you can buy tickets on our website. Yep.
Which is, one more time, in case no one heard it.
www.CandaceSingsHere.com, and it's Candace with an ICE, and I like to remember that because I'm as cold as ice. That's what I remember.
Are you throwing the dice?
Yeah, that too. You know, any of those work. Yeah, we're just gonna like play every song for you. Actually.
Yeah,
I
why
didn't tell
not?
you.
That's fine.
Yeah.
We've got time. We've
Yeah.
got, 39 minutes left.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Yeah, the
think you
Riot
guys
Girls
will
didn't want to talk. Right?
No. You guys should talk. I'm really excited, actually.
So we'll take a quick break and be back on La La Land on LA Talk Live.
Sounds good.
Thanks.
Gonna make a change for once in my life. It's gonna feel real good. Gonna make a difference. Gonna make it right. As I turn up the collar on my favorite winter coat, this wind is blowing my mind. I see the kids in the street with not enough to eat. Who am I to be blind, pretending not to see their need? A son's disregard, a broken bottle top, and a one-man soul. They follow each other on the wind, you know, 'cause they got nowhere to go. That's the one I want you to know. I'm starting with the man in the mirror. I'm
Welcome back to La La Land on LA Talk Live. I'm your host, Brett Chapin, and we are here today with the cast members, producer, and director of Riot Girl Saves the World, playing now at the Hollywood Fringe Festival. It's got 3 more performances, the 22nd at 1, the 26th at 8:30, and the 28th at 5:30. We have Poonam Basu, who plays Darla.
Yes.
Dana Lee Lyman, the producer.
Hi, everybody.
Hey. Emma Servant, who plays Steph.
What up?
And Scott Martin, the director.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks for joining us, guys. So I got to see Riot Girl Saves the World the other night. Y'all did a fantastic job.
Thank you.
Tell our audience, if you could, a little bit about the show. What is Riot Girl Saves the World? And that's GRRRL, by the way.
Yeah. Girl. Minimum of 3 R's, but you can put as many as you want. It's a lot of fun.
The more R's, the stronger the word.
Yes.
So Riot Girl Saves the World is a play about a Jehovah's Witness who finds herself at a Riot Girl meeting in the early 90s, encounters 3 teen punk prophets, and they all band together, start a punk rock band, and try to save the world. It's kind of the short of it, I guess.
One hopeless lost girl at a time.
Yeah, exactly.
Does it work? Is the world saved?
Well, that would spoil the ending. So
That's
I can't.
right.
I can't.
You
You have to.
gotta come
Yeah, come check us
Okay.
out at one of our 3 remaining shows.
I already
to find
knew
out.
the answer to that.
But thanks for opening the door. I appreciate it.
No problem, just in case.
Yeah.
And people, unbelievable, can get $10 tickets.
$10 tickets if you use the code GIRL, GRRRL, 3 R's.
Girl.
Yeah.
When they go to the Fringe website?
Yeah, you go to the Fringe website, you search Riot Girl Saves the World, and you go to the ticket page. You have to select how many tickets you want, and then on the last page before checkout, there's a little link that says checkout discount code, or add discount code, I guess. Apply discount code, maybe? Yeah. Apply.
Something with discount. code.
Yeah, look for discount
Right.
code. Put in
Right.
GRRRL, and you'll get $10 tickets. Yeah.
HollywoodFringe.org. right?
HollywoodFringe.org. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
How did you come to be involved in this as a director, Scott? Did Louisa bring this to you? Louisa Hill, the writer, or how did you get involved?
Dana knew Louisa from a playwriters group about a year ago, and I was looking for a show to produce at this year's Fringe, and I wanted it to be a female playwright, or I at least wanted to find as many female playwrights as I could at first before exploring other options. And so she introduced me to Louisa. I read another of Louisa's plays called The Lord of the Underworld's Home for Unwed Mothers, which won the Mark Twain Award for Comedy, I believe, in 2013, I'm pretty sure. But don't quote me on that. And so, yeah, I read that, and she mentioned, oh, yeah, I'm working on this, or I have this other script about a punk rock girl band at the end of the world. And I said, that's awesome. And she said, yeah, and I'm cutting it down to about 50 minutes for a reading, which is perfect timing for the Hollywood Fringe. And I said, let's do it. Let's see what it's like and check it out. And so I read it, loved it, thought it was really cool, and decided to direct it and produce it for Fringe. And then brought Dana on board, and then we held auditions, and we had like over 100 submissions, I think, and 50 very talented actresses came in to audition for us, and we ended up with the 4 that we have, and they're fantastic. And 2 of them are here, and
I
it's
feel
just
special.
been yeah. No, it was a very difficult.
You are the
selection.
top 4%.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
Hey, math
exactly.
major, what up?
Yeah, I know.
So yeah, that's kind of how this project came to be. Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah.
And Dana, for you, what's your favorite part about the fact that you're actually working at the Fringe on this one? What's your favorite part about being involved in the Fringe?
Well, I really love Fringe in general. I've volunteered with them the last 2 years, and last year I did house management for 3 different shows, so I really love the Fringe environment anyway. The community there is absolutely amazing, and the fact that you can live on Twitter and do most of your marketing that way is just phenomenal to me. And you can meet people and then meet them there and just kind of help promote everybody. It's a really good community love environment. But I really love bringing this show there just because it handles so many issues that I feel like are really pertinent to what people are still dealing with today, and especially women. And I love Riot Girl. I loved the Riot Girl movement when I was younger. It's what got me writing and everything. So when he said this was the script he liked the most, I was like, yes, I want to produce this so bad.
So it was an actual movement?
It was
Yeah.
an actual
I didn't know
movement, and I have to I guess confess here that when I first read the script, I didn't realize that. I thought Riot Girl was the name of the band that they formed.
Yep.
And then I did just a Google search to see, like, has this been done, or like what kind of word of mouth was out there, and then I found out about the Riot Girl movement that happened in the early 90s, and it was like the third movement of feminism, or the
It was a new wave of feminism, basically.
And I think the thing that surprised me, at least as I started learning about Riot Girl, was a lot of the issues they were dealing with and that they wanted to address are issues that we still need to address today, almost 20 years later, over 20 years later, and like we're still dealing with them. And so that alone, at least to me, was like, okay, we have not done nearly enough work, and maybe this can be just one little, I don't know, like pebble in the pond of trying to fix the world.
Love it.
Yeah.
Emma, what about for you? What do you enjoy about playing Steph?
Steph is one of the most honest characters I've ever played. There's no hiding with Steph. She's very open and in your face, and you will know exactly what is on her mind. And I resonate with that very well. Maybe not as forceful as she is, hopefully.
But you're like her.
Yeah, I am.
Awesome.
Which was a kind of a little discovery as I was doing it. I was like, oh, yeah, this was like the most typecasting I've ever had in my life.
You must have done something right. You impressed someone.
I mean, I was a punk rock kid when I was growing up, blue streaks in my hair. I mean, I have 9 piercings. You guys can't see that in the radio, but I have like piercings on my face and tattoos and things. And I grew up in a very strong female household. So it was just like taking a part of me that already existed and bringing it back up to the surface. Because I feel like as you get older, a lot of the things that you're very passionate about and are like almost insane about when you're a teenager kind of get stuck down as you're trying to figure out how to navigate this whole thing being a grown-up and all of that and bills and all that. And then you realize that you can still be passionate and still have all of the things that made you like rip roaring and ready to go and still use them. So I think that being Steph has helped me come out to, because I just moved to LA recently, so I was finding the path, the path that I want to take here. And it's definitely just the issues that we deal with in the show, the LGBTQ, female empowerment, dealing with rape and everything that happens is so prevalent today that it really gave me a focus of like where I in my life want to head. So that was cool. Thanks.
Yeah. And that's the cool thing about your show too, is it does, like, it's a funny show. I spent a lot of time laughing, but it actually does deal with a lot of important women's issues and a lot of serious things. And I like the fact that a guy directed it because you can kind of get your perspective on it from a male's point of view.
Well, Brett, before you go any further, I just want to let Emmy know people can see her piercing because we on TV.
Oh yeah. Well, it's there.
Yeah. I just want to make that clear.
I have some in my ears, but they're hidden, so don't worry about it.
You can't see the other 8.
Tattoos.
Yeah, they can see you. But go ahead. Go ahead. I apologize.
So I love that. That's you get your male's perspective as well on it.
I tried to, I don't know, at least bring that, and then even just take in. It was a huge learning experience for me being in the room with, it was four actresses. Dana's producing it.
Oh,
stage
it's so tough.
I know.
To hang out with beautiful women all night.
But no, it was a fascinating learning experience. There's a scene that deals with like street harassment, with like catcalling. Yeah. And on break, when we were rehearsing that scene, every single person in the room, pretty much aside from me, had at least 3 stories, I think. And it wasn't just like, oh, they had one experience with it. They had multiple experiences with it that started when they were like 13 or 14 years old. And that just, to me, blew my mind. And I was like, okay, this is, it's frustrating. But anyways,
the only way we're going to really make a difference is if it's everybody involved. So having a male's perspective directing us, because otherwise I'm pretty sure it would have been very isolating if it was just women being like, you don't understand.
Yeah.
And that's the only way it's going to happen is if we are all working together and trying to find a way to lead the path, like hand in hand, kind of.
Yeah.
So that's why I thought it was helpful having a guy there. Because we didn't want to, we kept saying over and over again in rehearsals that we're not trying to isolate or make guys feel bad. It's more like an eye-opening experience rather than a shutting out experience. That's what we tried to do.
And a lot of my guy friends felt that way when they came to see it. They really enjoyed the show. They loved the music. They had a lot of fun watching it because it is a fun show. But there are so many issues that are brought up that not that you're, ignorant or anything like that, but as a male, you just don't realize. And so the show does a really good job of kind of presenting these messages to you in a fun, lighthearted environment, but really getting through.
Absolutely.
The only way to survive is to laugh. I'm sorry, I didn't just interrupt.
No, it's true. Totally true. And for you, for playing Darla, you're a lot like Darla, actually. I mean, in some ways, in the 5 minutes since I met you.
It's true. It's funny that you figured it out in 5 minutes because it took me a few weeks. 'Cause I kept saying, I was like, oh my God, I'm playing a Jehovah's Witness. Like, oh, she's 16. This is so hard. And then I realized, oh, she's me. Okay. But it was great.
That's why it's great casting.
Yeah. No, it was. I love playing a character that's on a journey to discover who she is, and she's lost and confused, but at the same time, she also has so much heart. She does know who she is, and she's just, the world tells her she doesn't know who she is, and it's a great character. I love playing Darla. I love it.
I'll bet. The world does that to a lot of people, but Darla rises above it. That's very nice. Yes. And you've been getting some good responses, some good reviews. People are liking the show.
Yeah, people are enjoying it. I think a lot of people saying they enjoy the cast a lot. They enjoy the pace of the show. They enjoy the energy of it, the content it deals with. I think if there's one consistent criticism, it's just that they want more of it. Really, it's just that they want. I had a conversation with a friend of mine, and he said, I wish I learned more about Riot Girl during it, or I learned more about Jehovah's Witnesses during it, that it just it makes people want to know more and to understand more about the content of the show, I guess. So
yeah. I actually learned a lot about Jehovah's Witnesses watching it, things that I didn't know.
Yeah,
it's very nice.
That's awesome.
I didn't know about pet lions, and that's pretty cool.
Yeah. And panda bears.
Nothing better. What do you want people to take away from the show after they walk out of the theater? It's open to anybody who wants to answer.
I definitely want people to, especially coming on the heels of the whole yes all women movement and everything like that, and all the recent news in the last month, I really want people to walk away with the feeling of there's a lot of issues that are not being addressed that are just under the surface. And this show takes place in 1992, but here in 2014, it's just as real as it was back then. And I want people to realize that and maybe start making little changes in their life that will one day make a big change in all of our society.
Answer.
Yeah.
Anyone else?
I think just if you see the show and then you think about how you talk to someone in your day-to-day life and you're like, oh, that might have made them feel uncomfortable. And that's not what my intent was. 'Cause I don't think 90% of catcalling ever is trying to make people feel awful about themselves. I think it's more like, hey, that seems like a good idea. And then you realize that it's not about what you feel. It's about what you're doing and how it makes the other person feel. And that's just relative to humans in general, not specifically to women, not specifically to men. If what you're going to say could possibly make someone feel really, really bad about themselves, maybe you shouldn't say it. And I think starting there, those little steps with just what you're saying, then how you touch someone, and then how you interact with someone, and then all of that will slowly build up to be a huge gravitational push towards more respect to all life forms, male, female, dog, cat, tree, whatever, to be able to be more respectful towards each other, I think. So if we can make you think slightly a little different than how you thought before in a positive way, then that for me is worth it. That job.
I think you do.
Thank you.
I don't know how you all deal with it as women with the catcalling thing. It's so. Can you imagine, Scott, walking down the street and
no? I've been catcalled, I think, twice in my life,
right?
And I think it was a joke when it happened. But even just that, I was like, this is weirdly invasive, and they're gone, and they drive off in the car and it's gone. And so to deal with that, on a consistent basis would be. Right. I don't know. It's very.
It might be cool for 5 minutes, but after that,
I don't know. Maybe.
It's got to get old.
There's a line in the show that really resonates with me. It's one of Steph's lines, and she says, "If you can't feel safe in your body, then you can't feel safe in this world." And I love that line, and I hear it all the time now when I'm walking down the street and things happen and people say things, if I see it or it happens to me or whatever. It's so true.
It makes you double when people acknowledge you as not a person but as an entity. It just makes you think about what
did I do to make that happen? And the answer is nothing. But like at the same time, it's this idea that like, am I less than you because you can talk about my specific things? Like being a redhead, I get a lot of various disgusting questions on a regular basis, and it's like, do you ask that to someone who's blonde? Like, because I have red hair makes you think that it's okay to say these things to me or something like that? And I can only imagine it gets worse and worse with every individual thing. If you have some type of different aspect that they're like, oh, well, my sister is blonde, so I don't have anything to ask about blondes, but I don't know what you might look like underneath your clothes, so let me find out. And it's just like, that's no.
Well, because we men are visual creatures, and we don't think before we react. That's why a lot of guys will just come out their face and say things to women. Then
That
you got
and alcohol.
Yeah, that and alcohol. But then there's a group of guys who have daughters, who wouldn't say those things because of that. Like myself, I have a daughter, so I wouldn't, because of a woman's anatomy or because she got red hair, I'm not going to ask her offensive questions and just to see what I can get.
I think that's the point.
We're all
Yeah.
daughters and sisters and mothers, and I don't know. I feel like people don't think about that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think they do, and I think
No.
it's something that I think men have been given a pass in terms of, you know, that's how they are, and they just, you know, they act before they think. And I'm inclined to just call bullshit on that at this point.
Well, that's when
you know,
when,
and that's and I think it happens to a lot of men. You know,
Yeah.
once they have daughters, they start to get that perspective. But I'm hoping that at least for me, like reading this script alone was a great experience in getting perspective on that. And even if we, you know, I think we can say to ourselves like, oh, I don't rape women, so I'm not a terrible guy. But like, you realize the things you say, or just even the ways you act at times,
Well, even the look.
yeah,
Even
you
a
know,
look.
and it's just like it's a small shift, and it's starting, like you were saying, with small actions and small things, but it's something that I feel like we've reached a point where at least people I talk to, there seems to be a lot of frustration about not being able to change the world anymore, and the characters in this show are at that age where they still believe they can just by yelling loud enough and playing their songs loud enough. And I remember when I was 16, 17 and protesting the war in Iraq and Afghanistan, and I remember thinking that way, and I know exactly when I stopped thinking that way. And this show was a great eye-opener in terms of, no, we need to keep thinking that way. We need to keep thinking and challenging that idea of like, men are going to be men. When it's like, if your friend says that, you don't have to like punch him or something, but just say, dude, like, why? Like, what are you going for? How do you think like she feels or that person feels now? And was it worth it? Like, did it have the effect you wanted?
I also think that excuse is demeaning towards men, saying that they don't have the ability to use their brain to think, to be like, oh, that's inappropriate, I shouldn't say that.
Absolutely.
I know plenty of super intelligent guys who don't. So I think all men can. Like, it's a choice you make to think or not to think. Like, would you steal something from a store because you really want it? No.
Yeah.
So just because she's wearing a short skirt means that you, like, get to comment on her ass because it's there? No, it's the same principle. But because it's more socially accepted because, well, she's wearing a short skirt and
Boys
her
will be boys.
ass is curving and you can see it, I am allowed to talk about it. No. I mean, and don't get me wrong, there are times when you can tell you have a connection with another human being, when there's flirty, and then it might be safe to say those things, but generally as an intro, that's not how you want to start. Like, talk about making a really bad first impression. Like, hi, you have a lot going on, but the only thing I notice is that damn fine butt you got. It's like, oh, cool. Thank you. Like,
I think.
Yeah. When there's so many other ways to break the ice, and one, that's not even that creative. So you're now coming off as boring. Like, nice.
That's even worse than the comment itself. Sometimes.
Well,
I
one
never
thing-
understood the mentality of guys. Like, if I yell out my window, woohoo, she's gonna get in my car and we're gonna have sex. Like, it's
Well,
such
that's
a
the
weird
thing.
way
and
of
they
thinking.
drive away so fast
Yeah,
that it's
and
like,
then they
what
drive
were you
away.
going for? Even if I thought you were cute, you're gone, buddy. So
Yeah.
I couldn't even get the first 3 letters of my number out. Yeah. Except they'd be numbers of your number and not letters of your number. That'd be weird.
It's live radio.
Well, it's good to see that the show allows women to stand up and say, "Look, we're not going to have this no more," and that's I think will stop a lot of guys when women get together and say, "No, we ain't going to have that. I'm not going to allow you to talk to me that way." and things like that.
I saw something crazy this week, and this kind of has to do with what we're talking about. So it was a video. It was on ebombsworld.com, and it was a guy. He's driving around Beverly Hills, and he has a really, really nice car. It's like a Ferrari or something. And he pulls up. It was a social experiment. He pulled up next to women, didn't say a word, and just said, just went like this and pointed to the seat. Most of the women, strangers, completely got into his car. And it was so crazy. There was one group, two girls walking together, and the girl was talking to the other girl and trying to get her not to go in the car. And the girl was like, come on, let's just have some fun, come on. And the girl's like, well, he's weird, he's not even saying anything. And she's like, that's okay, come on, no big deal.
Did
And
he
he
try
drove
it
away.
in a different neighborhood then that wasn't affluent to see if it would be a different reaction?
No,
like
I
in a
think he
different
just tried it in like Beverly Hills area.
Yeah, or in a different car, like a
A different
Camry.
yeah,
If it
I
was
was
a
gonna say,
Camry,
Like a
there's no
1992
way that would
Camry.
work.
Well, did both, go in like in a Ferrari and then try the same thing in a Hyundai.
It's not gonna work in a Hyundai.
Of course.
I think I'd be more interested to see if it wasn't such an affluent neighborhood and like he went to a place where there's projects and to see if it would be the similar reaction, or if because in that area of Beverly Hills where there is money, you feel safer. So you're not going to think that guy is going to be nuts. But then if you're like in an area where, there's a lot of welfare and you're worried about it, then if they would have a different idea.
Well, see, when you do that, when you do that, what's
Yeah.
going to happen is you're going to get carjacked.
Get robbed or
Sure,
something.
I'll get in the car, you'll get out of it.
All right, yeah. They're going to go back to their neighborhood and say, yo, man, this guy just gave me his car.
So E-Bomb, go to Compton and try this. See if it works for you. But then, there were a lot of people too saying that this guy is the one that's bad because he's being a predator, and who's worse, the girls that get in the car or the guy that's pulling this? And
Both.
yeah.
It's the world that we've created where girls feel like that's a place that they actually have to respond to, and the fact that he had this idea and was like, you know what? I can get people this way is weird, and I'm really sorry that he grew up somewhere where someone was like, yes, that is a good choice to make. So, I think it's where all products are environment. So there's something in our environment that was like, yes, this is a normal thing to do, and it's going to take all of us being like, no, it's not, to change it. Because until then, you're just going to keep watching the same movies that have the same stereotypes, doing the same things over and over and over again, reading the same books about the same women that are like, oh, well, he didn't love me, so I guess the world's over now.
That's what's great about the show, though. Little shifts, right?
Yeah, little shifts. Like, it's just going to be small. Like, and that's the thing about change and revolution in general. Yes, there are big revolutions and wars and that happens, but on a daily level, if you just look at like the difference between the 60s and now, it's everybody on a daily basis choosing not to be a racist asshole. Sorry, I don't know if I can curse.
You can say asshole.
Or
Fuck it, you can say asshole.
sweet. And it's just those choices that we make, knowing that judging someone based on how they look is wrong. We can now apply that to judging someone based on whether they have a vagina or not is wrong. And judging kids, thinking that all kids are dumb and they don't have a right to speak up, that's wrong. And like those type of things. And it's just every day making sure that you do things to not hurt other people is all it's going to take to make a big difference.
Yeah,
I think.
I agree with that. And I'm going to tell you a little story what happened to me. I was a property manager, and I had an inspection the next day. So my supervisor and I, we was in the courtyard, we were cleaning up. So these two young ladies came, and one was applying for the apartment. And this woman was very endowed in the upper area and was showing a lot of cleavage. I was so glad that she brought her girlfriend. So like you want the apartment. So I was looking at you, but I was talking to her. And I was like, you see my supervisor, can you come back tomorrow? She came back tomorrow, more appropriate. And I told her, I said, I'm glad you came in more appropriate today because the way you were showing all that cleavage, there was no way for me as a heterosexual man to talk to you professionally. And that's,
Couldn't you just look at her face, though?
Yeah,
No,
that's
no,
the
no,
choice that you
But
made
again,
was to
I know
be
it's hard.
more
Again,
interested in
no.
what she was purposely showing. I mean, we do it.
Yeah,
Girls show
it was too
cleavage.
much. It was more than normal. I'm telling you, it was more than normal. Because if she was showing normal cleavage, then there'd have been no problem. But this woman was over showing. So I was like, no, I'm not gonna go there. So
A little distracting.
yeah, it was very distracting. But I because of my upbringing, that's why I'm glad she brought her girlfriend. Because I would have told her, can you come back tomorrow? Simple as that. And left it like it was.
Put on some clothes. Get out of here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because you're not going to get the apartment because you're doing this.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's an interesting
with
point
another-
of that she thought that would somehow
Help.
Yeah, and
Help her- help.
that's what's expected of her, and that's and
That was the best thing she
yeah.
could do to help herself.
Yeah, and
exactly. Or that's
Yeah.
what she had to offer.
'Cause with another
Yeah.
manager, that
Yeah.
might have helped.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And I-
It probably has worked in the past, and that's
Yeah.
why she did it, because
Sure.
she knows that this is what she has to offer, rather than proving that she's a good tenant.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and that going back to what you said of we all have to be in this together. That it's
Both sides.
Yeah, all, like men and women, like we're all in this together. And I think one of the best things I learned over the course of this project was that feminism wasn't the terrible word that I grew up learning it was. Those terrible feminists trying to kill men and get rid of men and things. They're like men are feminists and can be feminists, and if you want equality for men and women, then you're a feminist. And if you're not okay with that, I'm sorry, but it's who you are.
Yeah. You are, and you just don't even know it.
Yeah.
You don't
Yeah.
have to call yourself that,
No.
but you are.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, somewhere along the line, the word feminist got changed into this idea that we're men hungry and we're gonna shut them down and we want a world of just one woman who cut off their breasts to be Amazons, which is not. I like both. I want to keep them. I would like having a guy around. He's friendly and helpful, and it's would be impossible, really, to have a world of just women. We would, 1, kill each other. 2, there'd be no balance, and babies kind of need to happen. So without them, that doesn't work. And that's why it's a symbiotic relationship, and there's the two of us, and we complement each other. So you can't have one without the other. You can't. So why would you try to have a world where one is less than the other? Both sides. I have feminist friends who are like, there's such insane ones who are like, men suck. And I'm like, no, people as a whole kind of suck. It's just we got to make all of us better.
Yeah. And that applies to anything. It applies to race.
Yeah.
It applies to sexual orientation. A lot of things.
Yeah.
Well, I think you're on your way to making this a better world with your show.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Oh.
Thanks for having me. Seriously, thank you.
No problem. Poonam Basu, Emma Servant, Scott Martin, and Dana Lee Lyman of Riot Girl Saves the World. June 22nd at 1 p.m., June 26th at 8:30, June 28th at 5:30. Go to hollywoodfringe.org/. Go to hollywoodfringe.org/ /projects/1724.
Yeah.
What he said.
Or just search it. It's probably a lot easier.
Yeah.
Riot Girl Saves the World on the website.
Willplayforfood.wordpress.com is their blog. Twitter @play4foodtg. Facebook, facebook.com/willplayforfoodtg. The word for. And go see Riot Girl at the Hollywood Fringe Festival.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, thank you.
We're going to be back with Candace Courtney and David Cole. If you have any questions for them, you got about, 3 minutes left after a quick question. 323-473-3100. 323-473-3100. We'll be back on La La Land on LA Talk Live.
I'm taking my freedom, pulling it off the shelf, putting it on my chain, wearing it round my neck. I'm taking my freedom, putting it in my car, wherever I choose to go, it won't take me far. I'm living my life like it's golden, 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 golden, living my life like it's 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 golden, golden. I'm taking my own freedom, putting it in my song, singing loud and strong, grooving all day long. I'm taking my freedom, putting it in my stroll. I'll be hot stepping, y'all, letting the joy unfold. I'm living my life like it's golden, 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 golden, living my life like it's 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 golden, golden.
This is Brett Chapin.
And this is Dorothy Dillingham Blue, inviting you to join us every Saturday at noon Pacific Standard Time for our show, La La Land Talk.
Join us as we talk with some of the top talent in LA. Artists' untold stories, your phone calls, and live on-location broadcasts have made La La Land one of the best sources in LA for everything entertainment.
So don't forget to tune in to La La Land Talk.
Exclusively on latalklive.com.
You can also catch us on iTunes Radio R&B, Live 365, Radio Flag, and now Stitcher Radio. Or watch and listen directly at latalklive.com.
Saturdays at noon Pacific Time. Find us on Facebook at facebook.com/LaLaLandTalk, Twitter, twitter.com/LaLaLandTalk. Reality radio handcrafted for your listening pleasure. This is LA Talk Live.
And we are more than just talk. I think we've got a Shakespeare monologue or two we could do. Yeah.
Jazz hands.
Kickball change. That's
Good
what I'm
stuff.
saying. Mm-hmm.
I'll do some Pippin.
Ooh, yeah. Some miming. I'm in a box. I'm in a box. I'm in a box.
Hello, I'm Joel Ramirez.
And I'm Lolita Robinson Coppage, and welcome to Joy in My House
On LATalkLive.com. Inspirational radio
with a touch of recovery.
A reality show where nothing is left unsaid.
And no one is insignificant who says it.
Exclusively on LATalkLive.com. You can also catch us on iTunes Radio R&B or watch us on Ustream TV.
Reality radio handcrafted for your listening pleasure. This is LA Talk Live, and we are more than just talk.
Drums, please.
Welcome back to La La Land on LA Talk Live. I'm Brett Chapin, and we're here with David Coles and Candace Courtney. They're going to sing a song. I said Coles again.
That's
Cole.
okay.
Co-wall.
Co-wall.
Like co and then wall.
I'm famous on this show for getting guests' names
It's totally
wrong,
fine.
And today is no different.
Well, actually, I shouldn't say it's totally fine because it's not my name.
I know. Right? Say whatever name.
She loves it. It's great. It's not a problem at all.
Yeah.
Candace Courtney and David Smith. Can we call you Smith? That'd
Yes.
be easier.
It's your name.
What's funny, because if it was Kowalski, which it never did get shortened from, right? It actually is Kowal, which is a separate word. But if it was Kowalski, you know how to pronounce it.
I would.
Right? But you don't, so it's Kowal.
Kowal.
There you go.
David Kowal.
There you go.
I'm never going to forget it now.
We're going to like bring a flashcard next time.
I know.
Cowall.
Yeah.
I know, and it's not even like it's a lot of letters or something.
No, it's just 5.
Yeah.
It's the K that throws you.
All right. So what do? You sing or something? Or what do you
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You guys want to sing a song?
Yes,
yeah,
we do.
Yeah,
Cool.
we really like the discussion you guys were all having,
Yeah,
and like
fantastic.
seriously, that is totally what our music is about. It's all about positivity, and we just couldn't like we're sitting there we're like, and we're doing Make a Better World. That
Yep.
is literally one of our songs. So here you go.
You can clap if you want.
Yeah. I wrote this song about some things I saw when I rolled out of bed today. A homeless man in a limousine, false prophets on my screen. 'Cause with love I've been told all is possible. So can we make a better world? Just you and I. Can we make a better world? We can if we all try. It takes too long for birds to sing when all the air they breathe is filled with dirt. And it's so bad that some fish drown and all the forest leaves are empty trees. 'Cause with love I've been told all is possible. So can we make a better world? Just you and I. Can we make a better world? We can if we both try. Everyone is afraid they feel under the gun. What if you were to someday discover you're not alone? You're not alone. I end the day with the evening news. Do not recommend that's what you do. Read a book, call a friend. Enjoy each moment while you can. 'Cause with love I've been told all is possible. So can we make a better world? Just you and I. Can we make a better world? We can if we both try. Can we make a better world? Just you and I. Can we make a better world? We can if we all try. Can we make a better world?
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Make
Well
a
done.
better world.
Yeah.
Good talk.
True.
July 12th, check them out at the Foundation Room at the House of Blues Sunset Strip.
Yeah.
Candace Courtney and David Cowell, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah.
Oh, and Candace Courtney, by the way, we didn't mention this before, but Candace Courtney went to the same elementary school as me by coincidence. Van Aert.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
We weren't there. We might have been there at the same time. Were we there at the same time?
I think just barely. Like,
Yeah, it's like I was like younger, because it was a K through 8th grade, so it's it's a lot of kids.
Yeah. A lot of kids. Should we say the name? St. Paul's. Yeah. Shout out
Go
to St. Paul's.
Saints.
Hi, Sister
Yeah.
Stella.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I love that.
And then I didn't even mention my own theater. We mention that every week on the show. I blanked it. Theater Palisades.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We just saw Cat on a Hot Tin Roof.
Did
it was
you?
it was amazing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, go see it.
Unbelievable.
Prepare yourself for 3 hours.
Yeah. It is
Eat
long.
before. Bring a snack.
2 intermissions.
Yeah.
But it's the original, you know,
Yeah.
Tennessee Williams.
Totally the way
1958.
Tennessee Williams intended. So
Yes.
and really good actors.
Yeah, they
Yes,
did a
very
great
well
job.
done.
Yeah.
4 more weekends left. Friday nights and Saturday nights at 8, Sundays at 2 at Theater Palisades. Go to theaterpalisades.com for information on that. And also Shrek is opening at our youth theater. Dorothy
Yeah.
would want me to mention
Yeah, we
that.
should give a shout out to DJ Brady because he did the musical directing of that, and he's my friend. So I'm just gonna say his name.
Oh, love it.
Yay, DJ!
Cool. Very cool.
Yeah.
So thanks for joining us,
Yeah,
guys.
thanks.
Go to,
No worries.
go to
Thanks
House
for
I
of
having
really
Blues.
want to come see
Thanks
your
for having
show. Sounds amazing.
Go Rat Girl.
Right, girl.
Yeah,
Thanks
yeah.
for joining us.
We can make a song about it.
We should do the La La Live song.
Oh, we should. We're gonna do a theme song for you. Okay.
Oh, I would love that.
Totally, we would.
Please do.
But it's not gonna be that.
It won't be that.
Sorry. Sorry, David. This is why it's like. Oh. That's been
That
done.
works. Yeah.
That's been
I
done.
know.
Okay.
Copyright and all that.
Yeah, shoot.
Muse, our current theme song, would be very upset, but we'll let
Oh.
them be upset because your song is going to be much better.
Okay.
Oh.
Yes.
I don't know said song.
We're
But
just having fun.
Yeah. My friends Muse, my buddies.
Yeah, I like that. I like how you start the show with that.
I started it because it's a rock song, but I realized it's actually a musical theater song that was made into a rock song.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
That's true.
Yeah. People ask where the genesis of the theme song comes from, and that's it.
Well, that should be your theme song, and we could do like your
What?
going out song.
Theirs is one of the better covers of the song.
Yeah, I think so
It's
too.
a great cover.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you did a good job with it. Shout out to Muse. All right. We got to get out of here. George is going to kill me. Stay tuned for George Hassan's show. I got to listen to it a couple weeks ago. It's pretty good stuff.
Cool.
Chai for chat.
Chai for chat. Chai chat?
No, chai and chat.
Chai and chat.
Chai and chat.
Yeah.
Love it. Next week on the show, we have Michael Seal, the executive director of the theater at Boston Court. He's going to tell us all about Stupid Fucking Bird, opening soon at Boston Court, along with Constance Strickland from Chitlin Blues, playing now at the Hollywood Fringe Festival. I think she's a friend of the Riot Girls. Yes. Can't wait to talk to her as well. Again, to find information on us, go to facebook.com/lalalandtalk, twitter.com/lalalandtalk. You can send us an email at lalalandtalk@gmail.com. Dorothy will be right back here next week.
And that's Brett Chapin.
Yeah.
Chapin.
And that's Van Eric Scope Marshall.
There you go.
On La La Land on LA Talk Live. We'll see you next week, and we'll see you at the top.
Yay.